make some outdoor decorations for Christmas, like a wreath and a centerpiece. And since my sister cooks so well, I was warming up and melting. So she sent me out to the bush
Forge
to get
some stuff.
real greenery. And here it is. We got some blue spruce and some rose hips and ribbon, and we'll be done.
And it's only minus 22 out, or?
And mine is 24.
24.
But I'm an ice queen again.
Welcome everybody back to my channel. While I was being Cinderella, my sister was outside being the Snow Queen and forging a bunch of stuff around the farm. She found antlers and all kinds of stuff. So we're going to do some Christmas decor and show everybody what we can do with found objects. This is my beautiful sister Laura and her homestead that she's opened up to us. And we're going to make some Christmas decor on a dime because that's the kind of girls we are.
We're outside. So we've gone around the farm and we've looked for containers that we could use on the porches. We're out in my back porch right now, which is a little bit warmer than being outside. So we've gathered things like baskets and old wooden box. My daughter made this lovely basket from the willows around here, and she also made this little birch bark. But these can be decored up for Christmas. We also have like a tin bucket, and you need a little bit of oasis. And we found some of these things in the pick and take shed at the transfer station, like these old snowshoes. And we're gonna add some greenery or some horns and some bows and do these up. I went and found some antlers around the farm that were hanging in the sheds. And then we spent the other night making some bows, and we just sort of picked some country decor colors. And I've gone to the back bush and found some greenery and some rose hips. We have this grass, and I have some yarrow that we sprayed white. It's drying at the moment. Then we gathered a few Christmas ornaments for a little bit of decorating. These are just out of my ornaments, so I didn't go buy them. So this is all on a budget. Then the tools you're gonna need are a good pair of cutters for working with this. And these gloves are huge, to have some kind of rubber gloves for dealing with the pricklies. It makes it easier to handle. You need a couple of wire cutters, a pair of scissors, and florist wires tape. And we've got a bit of ribbon here that we're going to be doing on the wreath. And with this little bit of stuff, we can make beautiful Christmas decor on a dime with what's around your home.
Made a little spray booth here in the back of the basement, and we're going to spray paint a few things out to add to our Christmas decor.
So this is some yarrow I picked a month ago, or just out in the field there, dried already. And I'm just going to use it for a little hit of white in our decorating. So I'm just going to lightly spray paint it here in a spray box. And try and just get it like it looks frosty. You don't need to like plaster it or anything. We're just looking for a little bit of snow look. I'm sure you could...
Like, not like we don't have enough around here.
You could buy the fake snow too, but we're not going to town. We're doing this with what we have. So we're going to let that dry. And then I have these old little birdies. Just little plastic birdies, but they're done. So we're going to revamp them too with a little spray paint and make them white. A little titch of glitter to see if it'll stick to the paint. Again, we're experimenting. That's how you figure it out. I just want not a lot, just enough for it to bling a little.
While I'm down here, my sister made this for her granddaughter for Christmas. It's so pretty with all the hearts on it out of old jewelry and glass. Pretty princess.
So I'm a recycle smash glass artist, and I made this little piece for my granddaughter. And it's just a piece of stained glass glued on the back of a piece of glass, and then I found as many little trinkets of hearts that I could, like lockets, and I'm going to put our family pictures in these little ones that open, and it'll get framed out. And a picture of my granddaughter will go here. And it was just a little fun piece I did for my granddaughter for Christmas.
Sister and I, we're both going to do an arrangement. We put ice queens on this one because it's going to go on her front porch, and we're going to put a bit of black around it as well. And I'm going to make a tree on top. And the cat's in here with me. And because Otis wants to be in the middle of everything. And then I'm gonna add this cone and make a Christmas tree for her front door. We found this in the barn and this in the barn. And my sister's gonna do an arrangement in the basket here. So we're all set up. We've got everything that we're gonna use for this, and we will show you as we go. Oasis in the bottom of the containers, in both containers, and I'm just waiting for the glue gun to heat up so I can add my stem to my tree here, which I'll do as soon as it gets hot.
This I'm actually not going to be stuffing into the Oasis. I just used it for a filler. We're going to be stuffing around the edge. This is just going to go out in the porch, so it's not going to need me to make holes in this, and I can recycle this Oasis in another project. So I'm just going around the outside of the Oasis in the basket and putting the filler in like this, and then I'll just start filling in here. And we'll add a bow and some rose hips, some grasses, and it'll be done. It's a really simple, easy one.
Hot glue gun this cone on top of my dowel, and I am going to start gluing little pieces of tree on like this and make a Christmas tree.
We're on the topic, if you don't have access to this kind of fresh greenery out the door, if you're in the city or whatever, you can totally recycle an old Christmas tree or old garlands that are made of plastic. It works just the same, and easy way to recycle something.
Put the branches on the tree, and my sister's not gluing, so she's way ahead of me.
I now have added some branches that actually have pine cones on them, and a few rose hips, and now I'm going to add just a couple little twiggies for a little bit of contrast, and then some grass. This sprayed grass we just sprayed in the basement for a little hit of white, but it's not really white.
And this is for beside the door. I kept it real country and simple, little owl in there. And I'm just going to shabby up the corners with some black paint. Ice Queens, that's what we've been calling ourselves. Just real simple like that. Nothing much, just rustic.
So here's a really quick arrangement I made with an Oasis and a bunch of greens and some rose hips, a little bit of grass, and we had a little birdie and a little bow. And this same type of arrangement for your back or your front porch, and you can just do in a container like this as well. We just did this one in a basket. You can change it out to match your decor, what you like. If you don't like red bows, you just simply add a different little country bow. You could throw in an antler. This is where you get creative and use the items that you have at your fingertips. If you don't like the little birdie, you can add in a little Santa. So your choice, or little ornaments even, whatever you have around the home. Just use what you have. Upcycle, recycle, reuse.
Beautiful.
And here's my favorite elf lady. So you could add her as well. Use your favorite things.
She's cute. Look at her little hat. Okay, and I did the Ice Sister arrangement. It's a little tree, very country. And I did some rose hips and vines, little owl and a little country bow. Just kept it really, really simple. I shabbied up the corners a bit to make it look a little more rustic on the box. I kept it really simple. Different kind of country. Switched this a little bit out too with the antlers and the little bears in there, and we changed the bow on top and took all the greenery from around the bottom out. So there's another look for you if you like it more simple. Found these in the pick shed the other day for free. There was 3. I wish I really had to grab the other one. Judy's looking for a pair of these for her house. Got them for free, and Laura and I are both going to do our own style, one each. For this one, we put together 2 snowshoes. We did them both a little different, just to show you what you could do. She used a lot of greenery and some berries, a reindeer, and a really rustic bow. And I used a little bit of greenery, some found grasses that we found just like I did in Ontario, the red berries off her Alberta rose, I should say, a little birdie and a antler in there. And we made it all rustic looking for those rustic cabins or farmhouses. And we have a little surprise down below with the rustic stuff. That's a surprise video. Follow along. We have pieces of barn board from her barn, one that took down, and some little things that they cut up, little pieces of wood, and we're going to make some signs or a little decoration. I'm hot glue gunning a little face onto this guy, My sister cut me a little hat. It's cute. And then she cut me a little scarf with some ribbon. And then I'm going to do it onto a board. Gluing all these together. I put little arms on. Glue gun stuff. And then I'm going to put a little twig over here with the branch. And a couple berries and a pine cone or something. I'll figure it out. My sister's going to use this piece of barn board and make hers. She's just doing an antler. And she really likes the bow I made.
It's the most popular bow.
It's country, that's why. And a little reindeer and a tree. We haven't glued this one on yet, but you just get the gist of it. And then she did a ho-ho with a piece of berry and the birdie. And I did a little Santa Claus, a snowman with the berries and a piece of twig. Now she's just a few other little things you can do, like he's in the wilderness, the deer, with a piece of binder twine and just a couple twigs. It's quite cute. That's cute too. You could write joy, peace, love, faith, believe, whatever you want on there with your letters. The letters are just from the dollar store. And an antler and a little reindeer ornament with some binder twine, just simple, with a wolf and a tree and maybe a little twig or something over here. I'm going to make wreaths now. I'm going to do a little one. These are from stuff she forged from her old property in BC. And this is from her grape tree that she makes wreaths out of. She's made furniture and all kinds of stuff out of these. Here's my little wreath with an elk and an antler and a piece of berry and a bow. Just simple, like I like things.
Big wreath I made out of my grapevine. And all I've done is just wrap it in some wide ribbon, put a bow and a birdie. But if you want it more elaborate, we could use some of the greenery we got outside. We sprayed that yarrow with a little bit of bling and white and the berries. And you would just tie this on before your bow. Either you can go like that.
I like that.
Or you can make one like that, depending on your style.
Or the top.
You could add whatever you have. That's wreath number 2.
I'm going to close this video now. I'm just cleaning up everything. I got a vacuum and it made a big mess, but she helped me do all this and helped me forge everything. So I truly appreciate it. Thanks again, Laura. She's gone out to work on the farm with her husband for a little bit. And I'm just here to say goodbye and love from the Ice Queens. Ciao. We'll see you in the next video. Hope you guys liked. Please like and subscribe.